Hello everyone, Chris Yates here with Lori Ashmore Peters. How
Hey
you
guys.
doing? Great to be doing a Facebook Live with you.
I know, this is very exciting.
This is awesome. So this is okay, so I've got 4 kids,
Yep.
which is scary. 4 kids in itself is scary, and they're going to college in 5 years. I did not know about this. So
Yes.
how to protect your kids going to college. This is a very scary thing. Once they go to college, you basically don't have rights. Is that correct? Tell us about this.
You have no rights. So for a lot of you that are watching out there right now, you know what? When you're kiddos, and yes, I still call them kiddos, even though they're 18 years of age. And in the state of Texas, when you're 18 years of age, you're an adult. Okay, so you have all of your own rights. The problem as an attorney that we see is when you go off to college and say, God forbid, they need help with their finances. The worst case scenario, because we've seen it happen before, is if your child gets to some kind of an accident, they're in college, they're 18 years old, you can't, as a parent, first thing you're going to do is drop what you're doing,
Right.
and you're going to go immediately to the hospital, to the school, wherever they are.
Okay.
You have no rights to take a hold or look at their bank accounts, their
And you're not used to
finances.
this as a parent.
Oh,
like this is
absolutely
totally
not.
different.
Absolutely not. Any contract that they've entered into, their contract for the rental unit that they
Wow.
have at their apartment,
Wow.
dealing with the school, dealing with their finances, heck, even dealing with their medical decisions, you're out in the cold. And you are not used to that as a parent.
Wow.
As a parent, we want to protect our kids, but when they are at the age of 18, and especially when they go off to college, you have got to make sure that they have their documents in place to make sure that you still have some type of an authority over them to care for them when they're unable to care for themselves.
So I'll give you an example. So basically, my kid, I've been raising my kid my whole life, right? They go to college, they're 18.
Yep.
You don't even realize, God forbid, they get in a car wreck and so let's say I go to the hospital, hey, I need some information. Can you get any information?
Technically, unless your kid has a HIPAA authorization, they should not give you any information.
So basically, you're shut out from knowledge. You're basically in a hospital, your kid is injured, and you have no rights for any information.
Your kid is injured, and
Wow.
technically what they should do is the hospital should say, when you go become their guardian, then we can give you the information, you can make the medical decisions on their behalf. The problem with that is, in order to be the guardian, you've got to go to court.
Oh my
And
gosh.
that's
So
not
this is not a
something that's
situation. That's not a situation you want to be dealing with when
No.
your kid is in the hospital.
No.
How long would it take at that point to go to court and get this resolved?
You know what? It depends on what state you're in. It depends on what city, what county you're in. I know in Dallas County, once you file the emergency application, they have to hear it within 10 days. So it's just a matter of, it's not anything that's going to happen quickly, okay? So on our, I don't know if you can see this, but we do newsletters, and this is, you know, but aren't we your parents? Because yes, we're the parents, whether
Right.
they're, you know, newborns
The court
or
doesn't
50
care.
years old.
The court doesn't care.
The court
I mean, not
does
that they
not
don't care, but
When
they
they're
legally.
18, when they're 18 years old, they're an adult.
Okay.
And so here are the documents that absolutely every 18-year-old needs when they're heading off to college, and even when they're not heading off to college, these are the documents that as soon as they turn 18, they need to make sure they have.
Okay.
Document number 1 is what's called a HIPAA authorization.
Okay.
That talks about who can access your medical records. You're listing exactly who you want to be able to access them.
Okay.
Kids, you really need to make sure, and parents, you need to make sure that you're on that HIPAA authorization.
And this is a question, by the way, we're answering. What type of documents would a child need?
Right.
Christy, thank you for that question. Anybody can ask questions for Lori Ashmore Peters at the Ashmore Law Firm. How to protect your child. You don't realize that you can't really. So that's document 1. What
That's
else do you
document
need?
1. Document 2 is your medical power of attorney. So if they are not able to make their medical decisions at that particular moment, who steps into their shoes to make all medical decisions on their behalf?
Okay.
Okay. Document number 3 is your statutory durable power of attorney. Again, if you're not able to make any decisions, then who can step in to make your financial decisions? So the examples that we have given, if you have to deal with breaking the lease to the apartment complex,
Okay.
because the child now has to come home or is going to be in
I
the
wasn't even
hospital,
thinking about it. I was thinking
unfortunately,
more
for
of the
extended
hospital
period of
stuff.
time. No.
Yeah.
Anything
Wow.
dealing with the bank, to get to account information, bank
Oh, my.
information. So with the statutory durable power of attorney dealing with finances, who can step into
Okay.
their shoes to make those financial decisions? The next document is what's called a designation of guardian.
Okay.
If you want more information on this document, give us a call or,
Okay.
or give us your information on our website, ashmorelaw.com. But the designation of guardian is if for any reason someone needs to be appointed your guardian, the statute and the law gives us the priority of who's first in line, second in line, third in line.
Okay.
That may not be who you want to be your guardian.
Okay.
So this is just a document that you're able to sign right now that says, if I ever need one, this is who I want it to be and in this order.
Now, there's more people joining live. Thank y'all for joining us. Lori Ashmore Peters, Ashmore Law Firm. Like our page. We give out free information here. You can go on your website. But what we're talking about is how to protect children going off to college. What people don't realize is your kid goes to college, unfortunately something bad happens, you have no rights. So you can't get their bank account. You can't get information of how injured they are at the hospital. You can't make any decisions based on anything.
Right.
So this is something either well, there's no option really. You would need to do this.
Option.
You've got to do this before, because once you
yes.
have it, you can do this. But if you don't, then basically you could be in court for days.
Trying to have the authority to make decisions for your child. And again, this is anyone 18 years of age or older.
Okay.
The next document, we you know what, we never want to talk about our own mortality, but there is a document, it's called a living will or directive to physicians. And that is the document that states whether or not you want to be hooked up to life support.
Oh, wow.
Horrible decision to have to make, but the greatest gift you can give to a loved one is having signed that document, so you're making the choice whether or not you want life support.
And you want to be making these decisions not when you're stressed out.
Correct.
Not in the live situation.
Correct.
Doing it way in advance.
Yes,
that's important.
absolutely.
Plus the speed of the factor, once something does happen,
Absolutely,
it's better.
you need something quickly.
Okay.
So those are the core documents. Now, yes, everybody needs a will, and if you look at all of our previous, videos and things like that, but there are shortcuts that we can give you in preparing a will. It doesn't need to go through an attorney. It can be handwritten, and we have that information on our website. But the documents that I just stated are really the core documents that you absolutely need for any child of yours, or that your children need if they're 18 years of age or older.
It's great information. Thank you. Anything else you want to add?
I think that's it for now.
Okay, thank y'all for joining us. Remember, you can come to our page, Ashmore Law Firm. We always have information. You'll have a monthly newsletter.
Yes.
And also the YouTube videos. Tons of information on legal stuff, anything from estate planning to what other stuff y'all have out there.
Estate planning, guardianship, probate, family law, how to buy car insurance. So just take a look at our website.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody.